Hello, hockey fans. Austin here with today's pregame report between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. It is game 4 tonight, and the Oilers have an opportunity to put Dallas on the brink with a win. That would put the Oilers up 3-1 in the series, going back to Dallas for game 5 on Thursday. There's a lot of work to be done here. Obviously, in Oil Country, we're feeling pretty good about this team's chances at the moment. But like I said, they need to play much better 5-on-5. I thought Dallas controlled a lot of game 3, and I think the score didn't reflect, how both teams played. Edmonton, of course, is making a couple lineup adjustments tonight. Victor Arvidsson is going to be in for Connor Brown. We will discuss the lineups, the playoff stats, the keys to the game, players to watch, all that good stuff. But before we get into anything, as you all know, Ben Stelter, of course, was a massive influence in Oil Country. Everyone in Oil Country knows that name. They know the Stelter family. And, of course, the players are very, very familiar with that as well. At the end of every video, I say, fight like a kid, fight like Ben. I wear this Ben Stelter Foundation bracelet every single day in memory of Ben. And today would have been Ben Stelter's 9th birthday. So, number 1, happy birthday to Ben. And number 2, during my live streams, and I will be live streaming tonight, I do ask that instead of sending me super chats or donations, I obviously appreciate all the love and support. Many of you donate regularly, but instead of, buying memberships or supporting me financially, I would highly recommend, if you have the opportunity, to go to the Ben Stelter Foundation website. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I submitted a donation this morning for Ben Stelter's birthday. I submitted a $50 donation. Now, you don't have to match what my donation was, but this is something that I am very passionate about. The Ben Stelter Foundation is something that I have supported in the past and that many people in Oil Country do support. It's an emotional day here in Oil Country for a lot of people, especially those who are very close to Ben personally. As a fan, I never got to meet Ben, but his impact, the Stelter family's impact on Oil Country and everyone else that is dealing with the horrible, horrible disease that is cancer, which I really hope one day we can find a way to completely eliminate from the world. Please, instead of supporting me today, support the Stelters, support the Ben Stelter Foundation, or any other foundation that brings you joy and passion that you are very, happy to support. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Of course, the Ben Stelter Foundation did not tell me to, They did not tell me at all to put this in the video, but this is something that I am truly passionate about, and I wanted to make sure that, as a creator with influence here on YouTube, with the oil community, I wanted to just put that out there. So don't support me financially tonight during the live stream. If you're able to, definitely just send a small donation for Ben's birthday to the Ben Stelter Foundation. Thank you so much. Let's get into the projected lineups here for your Edmonton Oilers. Only one massive change, but the lines themselves are also going to be flipped around. This is not a confirmed lineup other than line 3, but we're going to talk about it. Line 1 for Edmonton, Draisaitl, McDavid, and Perry. I talked about this yesterday in the day after discussion. Those 3 were put together in the third period of the Stars game because of the injury to Connor Brown. The Oilers ended up playing Kane with Nuge and Hyman in game 3 in the third period, and that line contributed multiple goals in the third period. So I would like to imagine that Chris Knoblauch likely goes to that top 6. I think he will play Draisaitl with McDavid and Corey Perry. I think he will play Evander Kane with Nugent Hopkins and Zach Hyman. Those 2 lines specifically have a lot of familiarity. They really control the play 5-on-5. Their expected goal share is very good. Their shot metrics are good, and they can put the puck in the net. So if you're looking for goal scoring, that top 6 is very, very strong for Edmonton. Now, this is where the major changes come into play. The third line, Vasily Podkolzin with Matthias Janmark and Victor Arvidsson. These 3 have played together in the past, and Arvidsson will be drawing into the lineup for Connor Brown. We don't expect Connor Brown to be back for the rest of this series. I am speculating that it is some sort of head injury after the hit by Petrovic, and hopefully Connor Brown is okay and he can get back to 100% health ASAP. Podkolzin, Janmark, and Arvidsson, on paper, this is a great line. There's a great mix of speed, skill, and physicality, and I really like the looks of it. If that's Edmonton's third line, that's a pretty darn good third line that can match up against basically anyone against the Dallas Stars. And then with the fourth line, Trent Frederick, Adam Henrique, and Kasperi Kapanen. I do like the addition of Kapanen on that fourth line with Henrique and Frederic, Kapanen adds that extra element of speed. He adds that extra element of tenacity. He closes off gaps very, very quickly on the forecheck. Trent Frederic, he's still up and down with his game, but honestly, he has a ton of heart right now. He's doing what he can. Adam Henrique as well. He's also contributing where he can as well. Look for that bottom six for Edmonton to start producing a little bit more once again. I think the bottom six has gotten a little bit cold the last couple games. Luckily for Edmonton, their top end talent that we expect to produce every single night is starting to produce a lot more than they were earlier in the postseason, and they're going to need that to continue if they want to go up 3-1 in the series. Now on defense, no changes to the defense pairs. You'll have Kulak with Bouchard, Nurse with Stetcher, Wallman with Klingberg, and then Matthias Ekholm remains injured. Ekholm is not in the lineup, and I imagine Ekholm will not get into this lineup unless Edmonton falls behind in this series. If the Oilers win tonight and go up 3-1, I would imagine Ekholm, he'll travel with the team. He is an option, but I don't think he'll play, or unless one of the forwards plays so poorly, they decide, you know what, let's go 11-7 because that was horrible. But again, I'm not sure what the formation is going to look like for Paul Coffey and Chris Knobloch there. And then when it comes to the goaltenders, you'll see a familiar name. Calvin Pickard is back. He will be backing up Stuart Skinner. Now, this is Stu's crease. We all know how effective Stuart Skinner is in games 4 through 7 of a series. Game 4, Stu, he's going to be locking things down tonight. I'm very excited to watch him once again. And Calvin Pickard, I'm just happy that he's going to be on the bench. He is Stuart Skinner's #1 fan. He is the happiest guy in the world when Stuart Skinner is having success. And having Pickard being that big cheerleader for Stu, I think adds an extra element of excitement to Skinner's game. Stuart Skinner had that amazing strut coming down the tunnel to enter Sandman in game 3. If we see him doing a similar strut tonight, I have a great feeling about Edmonton's chances. Stu Skinner is riding a high of confidence right now, and when he is confident, he's very difficult to beat. Now let's take a look at some of the game day stats here. You'll notice a couple changes as well. I was requested to add team save percentage to the stat card, so what I ended up taking out was the high danger chances for percentage. I left shots for in and expected goals, but I did put save percentage in here as well as where the team ranks in the postseason. All stats on the screen are via Evolving Hockey in all situations. I also want to make sure that I'm giving proper credit to where I'm pulling these stats from. That way, if anyone at home wants to go take a look at the stats, I will also leave a link in the description to Evolving Hockey as well. One of the main websites I use for tracking advanced analytics, Natural Stat Trick and Money Puck are the other two, but I like to use all three in combination, see where, some websites stray differently from others. Every website kind of has their own formulas for how they calculate, the expected goals. So it's all very interesting to me. I just like all the advanced stats. So the Dallas Stars, they are 9-7 in the postseason. They are 31.9% on the power play, which ranks 3rd. Their penalty kill ranks 3rd as well, 83.3%. Their goals for per game has dropped dramatically the last 2 games. They have 1 goal in their last 2 games against the Oilers, so they're at 2.56 goals for per game, which ranks 11th in the postseason. Goals against per game ranks 9th at 3.13. Expected goals ranks 10th at 47.23%. Their shots for percentage ranks 14th at 44.54%. And their team save percentage ranks 4th best, 89.89%. Now, if you take a look at the Edmonton Oilers side, they are 10-4. Their power play ranks 6th, 25.7%. Penalty kill, it's slowly getting up towards that 70% range. I said if they can get it near 70% by the end of the series, that would be a good sign for Edmonton moving forward. That ranks 14th in the playoffs right now. They are 2nd in goals per game, 3.93. They are 4th in goals against per game, so they're getting much better at limiting the amount of goals against. Expected goals ranks 2nd, 55.20%. Shots for percentage ranks 5th, and their team save percentage ranks 7th in the postseason, 89.43%. Their save percentage is on a massive upward trend thanks to Stuart Skinner, and also thanks to the defense of Edmonton. They're not giving up any shots off the rush, and they're not giving up those east-west, those cross-crease shots off the rush to the Dallas Stars. The Oilers are the worst team in the league at defending the rush. They were in the regular season, and their goaltender, Stuart Skinner, might be the worst in the entire NHL at his lateral movement, the east-west movement. Dallas hasn't been able to get those cross-seam passes and those one-timers to beat Stu, and when they do get those shots, they either hit the post or they miss the net, or somehow Stu is making saves. He's made a couple miraculous saves in this series that we had not seen all season long, so Stu is heating up at the right time here, and the Dallas Stars, they're getting frustrated. You can feel that frustration seeping into their game a little bit. We'll find out if they can break through that frustration or if the Oilers are going to get on top of them early and plant that seed of doubt. Now, keys to the game for the Edmonton Oilers. Number one, attack off the rush. The Oilers have been very effective at attacking the Dallas Stars off the rush. The Dallas Stars have been, when they're pressing, they play aggressive, which leaves that neutral zone open to counterattacks if they lose the puck and the Oilers have speed coming out of their zone. They had that 3-on-1 in the first period against the Stars with McDavid and Nugent Hopkins combining for a goal. Zach Hyman had a breakaway goal. You had Evander Kane connect with Hyman on a beautiful saucer pass that Hyman tipped past Ottinger. The Oilers have been able to get their looks off the rush. This is a team that likes to attack off the rush. Yes, they're also a good cycle team, but Dallas, their neutral zone play is very, I would say, passive compared to opponents that Edmonton has played earlier in the postseason. The LA Kings, there was no space to breathe or move in the neutral zone, and the Vegas Golden Knights were basically the same. There's no space to breathe or move in that neutral zone, but the Dallas Stars, the way they forecheck, it's a lot easier for Edmonton to skate through open ice and then enter the Star zone and set up a play. The Oilers will continue to find success if they're able to continue to expose the Dallas Stars in the neutral zone. Number two for Edmonton, plant the seed of doubt. The Dallas Stars, of course, are going to come out with absolutely everything that they have to try and not go down 3-1. They will be desperate. They are due for some extra offense. The way they played last game at 5-on-5, Dallas is due to break through for a couple more goals. Not saying that I don't trust Stuart Skinner and I don't believe in him, but the Oilers definitely have to manage the puck better. If the Oilers get an early lead, maybe an early couple goals here, you'll plant that seed of doubt. That frustration is going to set in for Dallas. They are without their number one center, Rupe Hintz. He's going to take pregame skate again, or pregame warmups. There's no guarantee that he ends up playing, though. If he couldn't even do pregame warmups for more than 5 minutes the other night, I can't imagine he'll be ready to go today. Dallas will be frustrated. They're missing their number one center. They're giving up goals like there's no tomorrow. Plant that seed of doubt as early as possible for Edmonton. And number three, for the Oilers, remain disciplined. I think Edmonton's discipline the last couple of games has been very, very solid. Yes, they've gotten away with a couple, but obviously the Stars have too. But for the Oilers, just don't take the dumb penalties, right? Keep your sticks low. Don't high stick guys in the face. Don't, grab someone by the jersey and haul them down after whistles. You can play good, tough, strong, physical hockey, but remain disciplined. Stay out of the box. Don't give the Dallas Stars any hope in this game. Now, for Dallas, there are three keys to the game. Number one, by committee. What do I mean by that? Well, their production has to start coming by committee. They are really struggling at getting depth scoring right now. Mikko Rantanen hasn't scored in, I think, 4 straight games. Rupe Hintz is out of their lineup. Mikael Granlund hasn't produced as much as he would like in this series. Wyatt Johnston is a playoff low -17. So for anything that Johnston's doing on offense, he's giving up on the defensive side of the puck. Sam Steele only has 1 goal. Matt Duchene only has 1 goal. Marchment has 1 goal. Dadonov has 1 goal. So there's a lot of guys on the Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson, too, only 1 goal in the playoffs. Dallas needs to start getting production up and down their lineup. They can't just hope that Rantanen can be the guy that can pull the team along. Of course, Rantanen, if he does get hot and he does start producing again, maybe the rest of the team will be kickstarted. That'll give them a bit of a boost. But for Dallas, they need production from more than just a couple players right now. It has to be by committee. Anyone on Dallas needs to step up here. Number two, key to the game for Dallas, it's not their style of game, but they may have to do a slight tweak to their neutral zone formation. I know they want to be aggressive on the forecheck because it causes a lot of turnovers. Yes, the Oilers had a ton of turnovers and giveaways in Game 3 in that matinee game. But for Dallas, if they start clogging the neutral zone just a little bit better, make it a little bit harder for Edmonton to skate through the open ice, just punish them if they do, right? Like if you're going to give that space, make it difficult to get through and have someone waiting to either hit the body or force a dump in. They need to be better in the neutral zone. They have to clog things up just a little bit more. I know Dallas isn't the most physical team, and they're also not the biggest trap team out there. They rely a lot on speed and skill, but there is an aspect to their game that they do have to tweak, and we'll see if Pete DeBoer will make that adjustment or not. And number three, of course, this series, like the Oilers are ahead 2-1, and it is not Jake Ottinger's fault. I think anyone that's been watching the games, you look at the chances Edmonton has been getting against Dallas, Jake Ottinger is far from the number one issue. However, the team does need just a few more saves, in my opinion. Dallas was down by 1 goal in that second period in Game 3. They were out shooting the Oilers 21-7, and with 18 seconds left in the period, Connor McDavid beats Ottinger to go up by 2 right before the start of the third period. And obviously, it's a great shot by Connor, but for Jake Ottinger, if he makes that save, maybe the team isn't as deflated coming out in the third. Maybe mentally the team can go, you know what, we just need one more to tie it. They just need a few more saves from Jake Ottinger. Again, Dallas came out pressing in that third period as well, but one mistake, you had a Zach Hyman breakaway after Dallas had 2 incredible looks near the blue paint, and then Hyman makes it 4-1. 2 shifts later, Hyman makes it 5-1, and now you're just completely out of the game with 7 minutes left. They just need a few more saves from Ottinger, right? This series is not on him. Stars fans obviously understand that this is not on Jake Ottinger right now, but a few more saves would go a long way into the psyche of Dallas to remain positive and keep pushing. Now, this brings us to our players to watch for the Edmonton Oilers. We're going with Nuge and Hopkins. Yes, Nuge has 7 points in 3 games. He's the only Oiler to have multiple points in 3 consecutive games to start a conference final. Quite the stat for Nuge. He has stepped up in the biggest time of the year. He loves playing against the Dallas Stars. Look for him to continue his production, playing on a line with Zach Hyman and Evander Kane. And for the Dallas Stars, Jason Robertson is my player to watch. It took him a while to get going because of the injuries that he had. He's only played in 9 playoff games so far. He had his first goal of the playoffs the other night, which, by the way, watched his interview, his post-game interview when he's asked about it. He had no idea that it was his goal that was credited. We all thought it was Bischel's goal, but obviously Robertson got a piece of it. It's a really funny post-game interview. Robertson looks absolutely shook that he got credited for that goal. He looks so confused, and he looks annoyed that the interviewer, the journalist, would ask him about his first goal of the playoffs, because in his mind, he didn't score. So it's just a funny moment. Nice lighthearted moment. Stars fans, I encourage you to check that out too. But Jason Robertson, obviously, maybe it's a mental aspect. Now he has that 1 goal next to his name. Maybe he can start to get going here. Robertson was an absolute monster against Edmonton in last year's playoffs. He had a hat trick in game 3, I think, last year against Edmonton. I want to say it was him that had the hat trick. Maybe I'm wrong. Someone will correct me if I am. Jason Robertson, though, he is one of those players that Dallas relies on heavily for offense, and right now he just doesn't look like he is comfortable out there, but keep an eye out for him. He has a great shot, and if he gets an open look, he'll probably put it in the back of the net. And now this comes to our score prediction. What am I going with? Well, there's a few factors here. Number 1, of course, Ben Stelter's birthday. Don't think that the team does not understand the impact of Ben Stelter. Don't think that none of those guys realize that this is his birthday. I think the team for sure has been aware of this for a long time, especially guys like Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Evander Kane. Evander Kane is very involved in the charitable community in Edmonton. He is always doing something to help kids with cancer or other illnesses. He is always at the Children's Hospital. Keep an eye out for some of the Oilers' big guns tonight. Their hearts will be heavy. They're going to be on their sleeve. This is a game where I think Edmonton comes out on top no matter how well Dallas plays. There's just that extra, if you believe in the spiritual aspect, the hockey god aspect, the heart and soul aspect of the game, I just think that this would be a very tough game for Edmonton to lose on home ice. I can't see it happening. I think there's too much at stake here, especially not just the extra stuff, not just the Ben Stelter birthday, but the team understands the job they have to do. They understand how close they are to getting back to where they want to be after last year's heartbreak. Keep an eye out for the Oilers tonight. They're probably going to play their best game of the entire series, and I think it's going to result in a 4-3 win in regulation. I think Dallas is due for a couple extra goals just based on how they've been playing. At some point, that dam breaks open just a little bit, but I think the Oilers are going to come out. They're going to play their best 60-minute effort of the entire series, and they're going to come out on top 4-3 in regulation. But, of course, that is just my own prediction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. section below. Let me know, who your players to watch are. Let me know what you think the lineup should look like. I love hearing from everyone. I read every single comment, and I can't wait for the game tonight. I will be live streaming tonight, so keep an eye out for that. I cannot wait to hang out with all of you. It's going to be so much fun. I may have some hockey packs to open during the stream. We'll see. I'm going to be going uptown later today, taking a browse, see if anyone has any boxes of hockey cards for me to open. And we're going to have a blast tonight on the stream. I can't wait to see you all there. Happy birthday, Ben. As always, tell someone that you love them before the game and fight like a kid. Fight like Ben. Let's go, Oilers. Let's take that 3-1 series lead back to Dallas. Let's go.